What's up, guys? If you're not happy with the light output of your reverse lights, in this video I'm going to show you the perfect solution for that. We're going to be installing the Fred Tech license plate mounted LED reverse light on my 2008 ISF. It's a universal light, but we're going to be installing it on my Lexus here, and I'm going to show you how much of a difference it really makes. This is a very straightforward install, and it's definitely a good bang for your buck upgrade. So let's get into the install and then see how bright it is. This is a 500 lumen LED chip inside a 3D printed housing that mounts over a license plate on the trunk, or if it's a truck, on the bumper. So this is pretty simple to install. It bolts in with the license plate hardware. Depending on your setup, you might need longer hardware, but it bolts right on top of the license plate, and then you just wire this to the reverse light signals inside your trunk. And in the case of this ISF, it's some wiring back up in here, because that's where the reverse light is. Some cars, the reverse light may be there. So depending on your situation, you may need longer wiring. I will have wire length options on the website that you can choose from. Pickup trucks will be different, SUVs will be different. So before you install this, take a measurement of how long you think your wire routing might need to be, and then choose the appropriate wire length option from the website. So let's get this bad boy installed and see a whole lot better backing up. There's a few different ways you could go about installing this on a car. I'm going to choose to go the cleaner option. And right here is the factory hole for the hardware to mount the license plate. And right here was another hole that wasn't being used, but I drilled a tiny hole inside there, and that's where we're going to run the wire inside the car to go to the reverse light wiring. If you don't want to drill the car, you could take off, some of your tag lights and run the wire through there, maybe even through the backup camera. But I'm choosing this option. To make sure it's sealed up nicely, I'll put a dab of RTV in that hole to make sure it's leak-free and doesn't rust. So what I did right here was mock up the light in the position where it's going to be going, and I have a little bit of slack with the wire so we're not pinching anything and tugging on anything. So I have it in a good spot. Now I'm going to remove the license plate and put some RTV in that hole to seal it up, and then I will bolt everything down. I apologize for the annoying tone, but I have the light mounted with the wire running inside the car, and now I'm trying to find the wire for the reverse light. I have my power probe here, and this is the connector that goes to the harness for this tail light. I have the car in reverse, and that right there is the wire that's sending power for the reverse light. When you take the car out of reverse, there's no longer power going through there. So that is our reverse wire, and on this 2008 ISF, it is that yellow wire. So we're just going to use our wire taps and go to that yellow wire and also to the ground. So we only need about that much wire, so we can cut off the excess. And to attach the wire, we're just going to use the two Scotch locks that come with the kit. We're going to be connecting this wire to this side of the harness. I'd rather clip it to the harness that goes to the taillight rather than the car harness. So it's going to be the blue wire and black wire on this connector, which is coming from the yellow wire and the white and black wire on the body harness side. I would just rather do it on the taillight harness than the body harness. Okay, got the wires installed. Now before we button this up, we'll put it in reverse, make sure that it works, and then I'll show you how awesome this thing really is. It's a working. Sweet. So this LED reverse light that I made actually took quite a bit of prototypes. As you can see, it's at quite an angle, and that's because this thing is so bright, it kept blinding my reverse camera. Now, obviously, if you don't have a reverse camera, it wouldn't be a problem with the previous designs. But I finally got this version to work with my ISF, and I feel like this is probably the worst case scenario reverse light for any other car. Some of them are in different locations, or the license plate are in different locations, so if this works on my ISF, it's likely going to work on your car. but it just kept blinding the camera because it was so bright. But now it finally works. And let's turn off the lights in here and show you just how much of a difference this could make, especially with the rear view camera. Okay, I have my factory reverse lights covered up, so when I go and put it in reverse, you're only going to see the light output from the FredTech license plate reverse light. Okay, here's the FredTech LED license plate reverse light. Puts out about 500 lumens. It's definitely going to help out with backing up. It's putting out more visibility, especially in conjunction with your factory reverse lights, or even if you upgraded your factory reverse light bulbs to LEDs. This is definitely going to add more light out back, making it much easier and safer to back up. And it's even more noticeable when using a backup camera. It is seriously night and day. Here's another angle of the light output. Definitely puts out a wide field of view, and I'll cover it up just to show you how much light it actually puts out. So I just put a microfiber towel over the LED, and there you go. Now, obviously this isn't like a hood-mounted light bar or a 50-inch or an LED cube or anything like that. This is just a little cob LED strip, but it definitely puts out a good amount of light, and that is really going to help out with backing up. Now wait till you see the difference in the backup camera. It is seriously amazing. Here's a view of the backup camera, and what I'm going to do here is cover up the LED strip with some electrical tape so you can see how much of a difference it is. Here I'm going to uncover the factory reverse lights so you can see how much light output there is with the license plate reverse light. And here it is with my OEM reverse lights uncovered. This thing is definitely putting out a good amount of light in the back. I'm very happy about it. Alright, there you go. The FredTech license plate mounted LED reverse light definitely puts out a lot of light, especially when paired with my factory LED reverse lights. Super happy with the light output. Install is very straightforward. I decided to drill the hole behind my license plate. You don't have to do that if you don't want, but I thought it was the cleaner option. If you are thinking about doing this install, before you order the kit, get a good idea of where your reverse light is and a good judgment of how much wire you'll need, and choose the selection on the website for how much wire you think you'll need. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have a link in the description down below to this product. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks.